Many people ask me if magic is real, not the stuff of prestidigitation, but of real magic. And, as Aleister Crowley had so eloquently stated, magic is the conformity of will. It is the ability to use the powers of the subconscious and the conscious mind and to be able to bend reality as we desire, as we see fit. But anyone who does employ the powers of magic must also be respectful of the spirit realm, because the realm of magic is also one and very much in tune with the realm of spirits. And not all spirits are positive, for there are also many negative spirits. Some will assist you, some spirits will protect you, and some spirits will be malicious towards you, and will hurt you, and will take your life if you are not wise, if you are not focused, and if you are not powerful and knowledgeable enough in your abilities. Yes, it is possible, and it has happened. Spirits can take your life. So, what exactly is the attraction of magic? Well, quite simply, it is the ability to make change, to take reality, and to create chaos and conformity to your will. There are many people who attempt magic and fail miserably, and there are many reasons for why this does occur. But the powerful ones, the elders of the trade, those like myself, who have been performing magical deeds the entirety of their lives, as they grow older, and from performing so much magic, it does not necessarily mean that spells must always be done. Because after so many years of performing spells, it is not a question anymore of whether or not your magic will work. It becomes a question of how strong is your will, and precisely what is it that you truly desire and want. Where in such instance, instead of doing a magical ritual, the only thing that may be required from somebody of true magical strength is to just think what it is that they truly desire, to express their will, to decide mentally what it is they have chosen to endeavor upon, and ultimately wish to see created in their reality. Thinking about it, it means that there is a vast difference between those who must engage and endeavor and involve themselves in magical work, as opposed to the true elders of today, who have only to think it in order to create it, and thus make it into whatever form they so desire. Hollywood has glamorized those who use magic, and many occult groups out there have made their own claims. But in reality, within all magical circles, everyone knows who the true elders are. Everyone knows who the true magical beings are. And everyone knows who the adepts are, and who the wannabes are, and the ones that are just beginning their path. When you think of such as paganism, which basically represent and describe your kinfolk, and Wiccans, which basically is the name given to that of the priest or priestess class. And then, of course, you have that of the witch. Those are your more solitary figures. Back in the days before the word Wiccan had ever risen its head from obscurity, the word witch and witches and witchcraft had always long existed. And as of antiquity, so too today, do witches still exist. There was a time when the followers of Wicca had tried to abolish the word witch, so as to remain more appealing and not so threatening to the Christians, which meant that even within the triads of many crafts of Wicca and pagan, they had actually performed their own burning times. Well, they had actually gone after those who were witches and had tried to condemn them and had tried to force them to abolish usage of the word witch and to replace it with that of Wicca. Obviously, there were many of us who refused. And yet, they have grown more subtle against our kind. Where now, because in the vocabulary of most mortals, the word Wiccan is used, the word witch has now become a touch more accepted by them. But the memory of the witch is long, and many witches, including myself, will never forget that day when Wicca had risen and had chosen itself to be the new name, the new belief structure for which witches were supposed to bow to and alter their centuries upon centuries old vocabulary so that Wicca would be the reigning belief system. But as witches had existed then, so too do witches exist today. True witches. Real witches. Witches of phenomenal power and stature. And so though I refer to myself as a shadow shaman because I am part of the shadow tradition of lore, ultimately at my core, I am a witch. A male witch. A male witch who has been imbued and blessed with tremendous power. Power that is to be used wisely. Power that can be awakened in anyone, which is also what I do. As an elder of the craft, I am also a teacher, and I am also an instructor. And my knowing amongst the population grows. Every day, more and more people become aware of my presence. Every day, more and more people become aware of my abilities. The mortal world scoffs at such things, scoffs at such beliefs. It does not wish to entertain such things. It does not want people to realize that magic is real. Basically, they only wish to believe in their God as being almighty and above all things. But in reality, the powers of the witch are strong. And the reason being is because the powers of the witch are very much tied in with that of the natural world. There is an old saying that when the last witch perishes, so too shall all life on this earth. Sincerely. It is a moment that I hope, for the sake of everyone and all life upon this planet, will never come.